3 minutes ago, devastating news about Ian Curtis, the hauntingly gifted frontman of Joy Division, has resurfaced, reigniting sorrow among fans who have never truly stopped mourning his loss. Though it has been decades since his tragic death in 1980 at just 23 years old, the newly discussed details paint an even more heartbreaking picture of a young man whose music seemed to mirror his own inner turmoil. Curtis, known for his deep baritone voice, intense stage presence, and lyrics filled with raw vulnerability, was a singular figure in post-punk music. But behind the stark beauty of Joy Division's sound was an artist grappling with mental health struggles, physical illness, and personal pressures that would ultimately consume him. The latest discussions stem from recently revisited accounts from those closest to him, bandmates, friends, and family, revealing just how heavy the weight on Curtis truly was. Diagnosed with epilepsy at the height of Joy Division's rise, he suffered frequent seizures, sometimes even on stage, which left him physically drained and emotionally shaken. The touring schedule was relentless, and the pressure to deliver for a rapidly growing fan base added to his exhaustion. Many now believe the combination of untreated depression, medication side effects, and sheer overwork pushed him deeper into despair. Compounding his health struggles was the turmoil in his personal life. Curtis was married young and had become a father, but his relationship was unraveling under the strain of fame, long absences, and his own emotional struggles. Friends recall him as deeply conflicted, devoted to his wife and daughter, yet feeling trapped between family responsibilities and the demands of his career. The emotional weight of these conflicts often spilled into his songwriting, giving tracks like Love Will Tear Us Apart and Atmosphere an almost unbearable poignancy in hindsight. On May 18, 1980, just one day before Joy Division was set to embark on their first U.S. tour, Curtis took his own life. His death sent shockwaves through the music world, cutting short a career that many believe could have shaped the next decade of alternative music. In the years since, his story has become both a cautionary tale about the toll of untreated mental illness and a tragic reminder of the vulnerability that can lie behind artistic brilliance. The renewed attention to Curtis's struggles underscores a painful truth: his suffering was far greater than many realized at the time. While his music remains timeless, influencing countless artists and resonating with new generations, it's impossible to separate its beauty from the tragedy of the man who created it. For fans, hearing these fresh details is like reopening an old wound, reminding them not only of what was lost but of how important it is to recognize and address the hidden battles people face. Even now, more than 40 years later, Ian Curtis's voice feels urgent, his words achingly relevant. And as these latest details surface, the devastation is not just in knowing how his story ended, but in imagining all the music, art, and life that might have been had he found the peace that eluded him in his brief, brilliant years.